Well, I was following protesters last night, and I think all of these things are very much compiling on top of each other. Obviously, there is the Derek Chauvin trial going on right now that's been going on for a few weeks now. Also, the Dante Wright shooting that took place in Minneapolis just a few days ago. This is the kind of thing that I think makes people get out in the streets and protest and call for change, because as you live here, you see these things start to happen over and over again. And I think the way that video camera has really made these incidents more public is only adding to just how extraordinary it is kind of seeing these things happen over and over again. So I think as far as the people here in Chicago are concerned, they are happy that this video is out and that the group that sort of oversees these investigations move forward fairly quickly, but also looking for justice in this case. There are a lot of people calling for the officer involved to be arrested and charged. Absolutely certain you will see protests today. I would imagine over the weekend as well concerning this shooting. As far as what happened over the summer, where we saw looting and some rioting in downtown Chicago and across the country, really, I'm not sure that will occur again. I think the city is much better prepared for something of that nature. You can see preparations taking place here in Chicago right now. That the city has started mandating 12-hour shifts for Chicago police. They have, in some cases, raised the bridges in Chicago. So some people on the south side of the city can't get to downtown because those bridges are raised. These are all preparations that have taken place across the city. And because there was such an outcry over the summer, I think the city here is very much prepared for things to escalate and to handle that escalation without it actually turning into property damage throughout the city or unrest that gets out of hand. I think reform is very much needed, but Chicago has had quite a bit of that as well. Chicago is currently under a consent decree that the Obama administration put in place. So they are supposed to be making reforms and reporting those back to a court judge who oversees how that progress is going. And yet you still see these incidents. One of the things that I think is really important here, though, I believe that a lot of police unions are going to come out and back the officer involved in this. There's a concept here called lawful but awful. And I think that this is one of those cases that they're going to say falls under that umbrella, this idea that it was a clean shot, the idea that if you watch this video, Adam Toledo had this gun in his hand a second before he was shot, even though when he turned around, his hands were up and they were empty, as best we can tell on that video. So I feel like, unlike Derek Chauvin, for example, where you saw police come out and speak out against the officer involved, I think this will be drastically different. And the police union here in Chicago has already spoken up in support of the officer involved here.